does it feel to be like one of the hottest names in the game?
It's a blessing. Thank you. It's a, period. It's a blessing. I swear it's a blessing. I just be like, I'm really, truly blessed.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all over you. Did you always want to be a rapper?
No.
No?
Heavens no. I didn't think I could be a rapper.
When Sexyy Red stepped onto the tarmac in Dubai, we knew the city wasn't ready. Sure, we'd seen her set stages ablaze in St. Louis, cause pandemonium in Atlanta, even wrangle social media mobs over a banned school concert and a canceled impromptu show. But Dubai, that's a whole other world. It's a playground for the untouchable, if you're discreet. One wrong move, 1 second of raw, uncensored self, and you're face to face with laws that are more steel trap than velvet rope. And Red? Well, subtlety's not exactly her trademark. This was never going to be a quick vacation or a photo op by the world's tallest building. From the jump, the City of Gold became the set of a spectacle that would spiral into something nobody on either side of the Atlantic could have predicted.
They're just some like ratchet, you know, twerk female, you know, the character you put on.
Yeah.
But it's really not that. Like, you really gangster for real.
That's what I'm saying. They be thinking I'm faking, but that's really me. I'm really just a product of my environment. Like, if they came to St. Louis, then they'd get, oh, okay, I see why she act like that.
The trouble started before the hotel room door even closed. There was Red, posting up in lavish suites, broadcasting every minute for the world to see. Poolside with her natural hair, high above the city in glinting glass towers, laughing with her crew, tossing jokes that would make most PR handlers faint. In the US, that kind of brashness sells records and snags headlines. In Dubai, it's the kind of behavior that can get you an overnight stay courtesy of the city's finest, no room service, just interrogation, and the constant threat of deportation. For us, watching from afar, it felt like we were witnessing a social experiment. How much red is too much for a place that's built on excess, but policed with an iron fist? The answer came faster than anyone expected, and in forms no one could have scripted.
Yeah, they don't understand like how much pull I really got. Like, they be talking all on the internet and they just don't know, like, I'm really dead, like. They see now, I'm sure they see.
So it wasn't just the late night balcony posts or the parade of high-end cars that raised eyebrows. Dubai is a city of codes, spoken and unspoken. When she hit her stories twerking in designer lingerie, making body jokes about personal hygiene and reproductive health, or even letting loose with a prank involving bodily noises in a friend's luxury suite, it played as pure, unfiltered energy for her followers back home. But in the Emirates, that's not just frowned upon, it's straight up illegal. Public indecency, explicit talk, and even racy dancing can lead to arrests, fines, or a lifetime ban from the city. That's not a rumor, that's law. And it felt like she was determined to find out just how far she could push things before someone stepped in, especially since she was streaming the evidence live, one Instagram clip at a time. But if the city was already teetering, it was the invitation to a private royal event that tipped everything over the edge. Here's where the details get as murky as the oil money swirling through the city. We've got insiders, security guards, low-level event staff, a nervous-looking stylist insisting that Red's entrance was a showstopper in all the wrong ways. She arrived at the palace dressed to shock, breaking the night's strict dress code, talking back to senior organizers and refusing to soften her persona for Dubai's old guard elite. That didn't sit well with the hosts. According to at least 3 people who claim to have witnessed it, a member of the royal family confronted her directly and words were exchanged. Heated, unprintable words that sent security scrambling to close rank. Was she detained inside a side room, phones confiscated, and voices raised behind gold-plated doors? One story has it that a handful of US handlers tried to smooth things over with a discreet payment, hush money, the real kind, delivered in unmarked envelopes. The palace hasn't commented, but Dubai's gossip circuit hasn't stopped buzzing since.
Did you have anything before Red?
Yeah, I used to be Trill Red.
Trill Red. And see, that would have worked too.
Yeah,
but the he holds. Yeah, now how did she come about?
I had recorded a video with my first song, just doing and then I'm like, okay, now I gotta drop it. So then I'm like, okay, what I'm finna drop my name under. And then me and the video photographer that helped me shoot the video, we just sat up there and was like, what could we put in front of Red?
No sooner had the internet recovered from those rumors than it was hit with something even juicier, alleged footage of Red being taken aside by Dubai authorities. The clip, posted anonymously, then ripped and reposted across TikTok, shows a woman resembling Red, hair wild, tears streaming, arguing with uniformed officers in what looks like a hotel corridor. Some viewers insist it's staged, pointing out the convenient camera angles, the lack of any official insignia on the uniforms. Others claim it's the real deal, and that she was briefly held for violating a whole stack of public decency laws, with the final straw being her viral white tiger moment, a close encounter with an illegal exotic animal, filmed and shared for maximum effect. That stunt, according to sources familiar with Dubai's notorious underground animal trade, is a felony offense carrying serious jail time. Did she know? Did she care? Or was the entire drama part of a carefully orchestrated strategy, playing into the myth that no matter where you drop her, Red can break every rule and still walk out with more followers than before? That's the question that kept the internet up all night. If you believe her fans, the whole arrest drama was a brilliant PR masterstroke, the kind of headline that gets you more booking offers, more interview requests, more everything. If you believe the skeptics, it was proof that the chaos she sells is finally coming back to bite. One thing's certain, the tiger didn't bite, but the city's rules nearly did. Even as clips of the feline showdown went viral, she crouched by the giant cat, handlers sweating bullets as she reached out for a pet, the animal snapping its head in a flash of teeth, there was a sense that we were watching something more dangerous than a tourist stunt. Dubai has long battled accusations of enabling illegal animal spectacles for influencers, but never had someone with a following like Red's documented it so shamelessly, so fearlessly, so publicly.
I love your energy. Do you feel the love?
Yeah, I do. I was real nervous, but I
You was
feel the love.
nervous? This happy place.
And all the while, back in the States, her name was being dragged into even messier waters. The viral accusations from her ex, Wu Slime, who claimed she'd knowingly exposed him to an STD, turned what was already a volatile situation into a full-on social media powder keg. Audio of the two arguing, everybody getting burnt, I don't give a darn, she seemed to say, sparked an online firestorm. Wu Slime, eager to monetize the mess, tagged every major gossip platform willing to pay for more dirt, promising, "My paperwork coming up." If that wasn't enough, she answered with a play nobody saw coming. She dropped her Northside Princess lip gloss collection, and the shade names read like a dare. Nut, Ordio, Yellow Discharge, each one more provocative than the last, each one a finger in the eye of critics who accused her of peddling scandal to minors. The outrage was immediate. Was it a stroke of marketing genius or proof that she'd finally lost control of her own narrative?
Balance your Red and being a mom.
I balance it like, as soon as I get from work, my kids automatically come right to me. Like, I go right to my mom room, like, come on, y'all, come upstairs with me. Come on. And then I just be with them,
Being a mom.
I love it.
As you said.
Dubai, meanwhile, was getting more restless by the hour. Local legal analysts started warning on Telegram, in WhatsApp groups, on the airwaves, that Western influencers had been deported, fined, even imprisoned for less. And still, she kept posting, kept taunting, kept doubling down on the spectacle. Every shot of her loud, unbothered, and ever more outrageous seemed to be another roll of the dice, in a game she could very well lose. At this point, even her closest friends and supporters weren't sure whether they were witnessing a masterclass in calculated chaos or the world's most public slow-motion train wreck. We watched, breath held, as the rumors of arrest turned into something that felt almost inevitable. A clash not just of personality versus law, but of American shock culture versus the boundaries of an ancient city that doesn't care how many millions follow you on Instagram. We saw the backlash start to take a darker turn as critics lined up to call her a bad influence, a symptom of a culture that rewards spectacle over substance. She's delivering a whole spirit amongst young women, one viral commentator ranted, fixing to do a number on the next generation. It wasn't just about Dubai anymore, it was about what happens when a brand of rebellion, once fresh and empowering, becomes a runaway train. And through it all, she remained in motion. Unapologetic, streaming, selling, dancing at the edge of disaster. Whether this was a carefully engineered masterstroke or just another chapter in a career that has never played by the rules, one thing was clear: the world, from Dubai to the US, couldn't look away. And the chaos was only just getting started.
I'm single. I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
I got a friend. I got a friend.
What is a friend?
Everything.
What's your DMs looking like right now?
My DMs, they crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even check them no more. At first, I used to be able to sit there and check them, but now it be too much. I be like, man.
But even as the world's attention stayed glued to Dubai, things back in the US were heating up in ways that would make any tabloid editor break into applause. The Dubai chaos, with its whiplash of legal threats and cultural fallout, had only primed the audience for the next twist, one that landed right in the heart of hip-hop's messiest love triangle. Here's where it gets even messier. Sexyy Red's public admiration for NBA YoungBoy wasn't just a passing shout-out. It evolved, as these things do, into a storyline worthy of a late-night drama. While she twerked for him over Instagram Live from her high-rise in Dubai, the internet noticed more than a little heat between them, and apparently, so did a certain rival female rapper, who, according to 3 separate gossip accounts, had her own history with YoungBoy, and wasn't about to watch the limelight get stolen so easily. Suddenly, cryptic captions and pointed lyrics started popping up in both women's socials, the kind that only makes sense if you know the code: inside jokes, thinly veiled shade, and just enough venom to convince fans that this was more than your average online spat. Some fans even pieced together timelines, tracing one suspicious post from the rival to a mysterious leak about the Dubai arrest, dropped just hours later by a third-party gossip site. Was it pure coincidence? Or was the rival orchestrating her own silent takedown, feeding fuel to the rumors and hoping the scandal would stick? We've heard from at least 2 self-described industry insiders who say the rival's camp was actively monitoring moves, waiting for any slip-up to use as ammunition. No official comment from the label, naturally, but in this game, silence is usually louder than a denial.
To, you blowing up right now, because I know he's in prison, right?
Yeah.
How does he react? All the men going crazy about you right now. You all over the internet. You're all over social media. Your records are all on the radio. What is he saying about this right now?
He didn't know what was going on at first because I used to tell him, I was like, man, you don't even know what's going on right now.
Then the speculation took on a whole new edge. Several fan forums, deep in the thickets of digital detective work, started floating a far wilder theory that NBA YoungBoy himself was the architect of all this chaos. He's a man whose rap sheet rivals his streaming numbers and whose name is synonymous with unpredictable alliances, loyalty tests, and drama that rarely stays confined to music. Was he secretly loving the spectacle, maybe even tipping off tabloids to drive up engagement around both their names? At least one podcast regular with ties to YoungBoy's legal team swears the artist knows exactly what he's doing, pulling deeper into his world, letting the drama play out for maximum impact. If that's true, the real question becomes, is she trapped in a storm she didn't start, or is she running the playbook herself, proving she can flip even a near arrest in Dubai into pure career rocket fuel? We can't ignore how each move seemed to set off a fresh wave of conspiracy. A new story would break. She denied ever leaking her own tape or shrugged off a controversy about school bands, and minutes later, YoungBoy's name would trend alongside hers. Sometimes he'd drop a vague lyric about loyalty, sometimes he'd pop up in her live streams, always just close enough to spark new questions, and never close enough for a real answer. It's a cycle that never actually closes, and the fans, well, they eat it up. Is it just clout chasing? Is it a bizarre real-life soap opera? Or is this a coordinated rise with both stars playing the long game, using each other's chaos to climb?
Because it's a billion, 10 billion, I don't know how many people on earth, but I got chosen.
Yeah, man.
I was one of them ones, so I feel blessed. I don't know how I stood out. I be thanking God that he made me the way I am, because I know I'm different.
And then plus when you
That brings us right to the next flashpoint, the one that would have gone viral in any era, but became white hot in the age of receipts and instant backlash. Ed's lip gloss line, the Northside Princess collection, exploded into a controversy all its own. And not just for the colors. The product names alone, Nut, Gournea, Yellow Discharge, sent the internet into meltdown mode. Pair that with the still simmering STD allegations lobbed by her alleged ex, and suddenly what should have been a basic beauty launch became a full-scale PR minefield. Fans wondered out loud, was she mocking the scandal, weaponizing the drama for profit, or just trolling everyone with a kind of defiance only she could pull off? Detractors called it disgusting, dangerous, even irresponsible, especially given her young audience. But the sales numbers told a different story. The glosses flew off shelves, social feeds filled up with selfies, and critics started to question if they just handed her another viral win.
That's all that is, it's fake. I hate the internet. People believe anything people put on the internet. You can put anything on the internet, they gonna believe it. They so dumb. They so dumb. That's why I hate the internet. Yeah, like you said though, it have people feeling like they see these people flexing, doing all that, and they be thinking they gotta do that. No, live a regular life, stay in your lane, you know what I'm saying?
Meanwhile, Wu Slime, the former flame-turned whistleblower, wasn't about to let the spotlight slip away. In what's become a signature move for anyone with a crumb of connection to fame, he hinted at more receipts, teasing that he'd go public with fresh allegations if the price was right. His story shifted from STD accusations to promises of never-before-seen paperwork, from vague threats to actual audio clips. Every time she posted a new product or appeared unbothered online, he resurfaced to drag the discourse back into the gutter. This wasn't just a spat, it was a tug-of-war over narrative, with the public watching every move, every deleted post, every whisper of legal action. And it worked, because the more he talked, the more people speculated about how much of her chaos was manufactured, and how much was simply being sexy. It's hard not to notice the pattern. Every time the temperature seemed to cool, another scandal would reignite. A supposed feud with a fellow female rapper here, a viral lookalike going wild on TikTok there. Even when she tried to show off a softer side, posting selfies in natural hair by a hotel pool, or celebrating meeting Chris Brown backstage, the conversation would snap back to the edge, the controversy, the hint of self-destruction. Some say she's the latest in a long line of shock artists, using outrage as armor and headlines as currency. Others warn that there's a fine line between owning the moment and losing control of your own story, especially when the stakes involve not just career, but personal freedom and legal consequences abroad.
But I was looked off for a minute and put up.
Yeah, just trying to get your together.
Yeah.
How does your baby daddy?
The truth is, nobody seems to know if she is winning or wobbling, genius or just lucky, puppet master or pawn. Dubai was the trigger, but the explosion has been global. Every gossip page, every podcast, every YouTube short wants a piece of the drama. And she keeps giving them reasons to tune in. A new single here, a WWE cameo there, a fresh round of Twitter rants, all punctuated by headlines that would make even Madonna's publicist nervous. The line between scandal and strategy has never been so blurry, and every new development just muddies the water more. What happens next? Will the rumors of a Dubai ban ever be confirmed, or was the whole thing just a viral fever dream? Is a rival rapper quietly pulling strings behind the scenes, waiting to drop the next bombshell? Will NBA YoungBoy and Red finally join forces on a track, or is their connection destined to implode under the weight of so much chaos? And what about Wu Slime's supposed final receipts? Are they the real deal, or just more smoke for the fire?
Just since I've seen you, you know what I'm saying?
I remember.
And it's crazy how much, just with the hard work that you've been doing, how it seemed like you just continue to be on this rise.
Right.
Can you feel that?
Hell yeah.
One thing's for sure, Red is rewriting the rulebook in real time, and nobody, not her critics, not her fans, not even her own rivals, knows what page comes next. So now we've got to ask you, is Sexyy Red a marketing mastermind, or just the queen of beautiful mayhem? Is all this scandal just business as usual in 2025? Or are we watching the rise and maybe the unraveling of a new kind of superstar? Drop your hottest take in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more unfiltered drama. Until next time, keep your glass popping and your DMS locked, because the real story is always just one scandal away.